Hey, this is Eric with RegFox, and in this demo, I'm going to show you how to set up and use the Attendee app called Engage by RegFox. And this is a fantastic app for your attendees for your on-site event, which allows them to browse your schedule, create personalized agendas, network with other attendees. And if you have sponsors and exhibitors, also there's a lead retrieval feature for them to exchange contact information with attendees. And it's just a fantastic on-site attendee app. So I'm going to walk you through the setup of that and to show you how it all works from all sides. So let's get started. So here is my sample registration page, and I just want to gesture to a couple things here. Is one, my registration options. I've got a few of them there: individual, corporate, and sponsor. And then I also have some breakout sessions. And so I'm going to show you how to configure your attendee app that will allow you to filter some of your schedule and agenda items based on these fields. And it's a really powerful way to build your attendee app to be more customized for your attendees. So to start building your attendee app, we're going to go up under here to attendee app and go to basic setup. And here is what's going to allow us to configure our home screen for the app and some of the branding controls. So here's the event logo. See, I already have that there. We can delete it or add a new one, but this will be the branding for the app. We also have the welcome text, and in here you can add your greetings, you can add graphics, you can upload a video if you like, and then you can choose whether or not you want to show upcoming sessions, sponsors, and exhibitors, and so forth, all on that home screen. Over here, I'm going to go through the navigation links here. We have the schedule, and this is where you can build your entire schedule for your event, whether it's a single day event or multi-day event. I'll show you how all that works in just a second. We also have our sponsors and exhibitors, and so we can add a company in here, add them as a sponsor or exhibitor, issue them a link to go and build their profile. It's really awesome, and I'll show that here in a moment as well. And then our custom page, which allows you to add an additional page inside the app, and this might be location or hotel and lodging or anything else you can imagine. So you can give it a title, the navigation link for inside the app, and then the content. So that is a quick tour of some of the links. Let's take you through some of these options. So the first one I'm going to walk you through is building a schedule. So we're going to hit add session. And so here you can see we have a whole bunch of different types of things you can add into your schedule. Everything from main sessions and keynotes to networking to breaks and blocks of time. So let me give you a couple of quick examples here, and then I'm actually going to jump over and show you a completed setup I've already made just to show you what a full fleshed out version looks like. But let's go ahead and do a main session, and let's call this the welcome session. And 9 a.m. sounds good. We'll end it at 10 a.m. We have got our description. You can add an image. You can set a limit. And then here, this is a really important field. So remember I had multiple registration options. Well, if you wanted to have a limit of who can see a particular session, you could limit this session by a registration option or even a session. I'll show that here in the next example I give. We also can add sponsors. So if I add sponsors, I can allocate them to the session, and then I can go under here to additional settings. And this is a really powerful toggle. This will allow this session to be automatically added to the personalized agenda of every attendee. So if I toggle this on, this will be in everybody's personal agenda inside the app. And then if you wanted to connect related sessions, you also can do that. So you can add that there. And then if you're going to provide replays of any session, you can include the video embed code there as well. So I'll hit save, and there's my welcome session. How awesome. Now, what if I have an individual session that maybe is for a certain track? Well, let's go back through here. And let's go do a panel. And we'll do a panel with Dwight Schrute. And we'll choose this to be 10 a.m. to 11. And I'll skip the image for now. Capacity, we can limit the capacity to 25 people. And then this is where I might want to restrict this. Maybe I want this only to be the corporate registration track. So that means that when attendees are browsing the agendas and the schedules to build their customized ones, they'll only see this particular panel if they are the corporate registration option. So that's how that works. And we'll hit save and done. So there we have that. Now let's say we have maybe a set of different breakout sessions and it's a part of a block of time. Well, you can do blocks of time with individual sessions that are offered during that block using the block of time option here. So I'll choose breakout sessions here. We'll give it a name, breakout sessions, and then we're going to choose this to be from 11 to noon. I'm going to leave the custom text there by itself just for the example's sake here. And I'm going to hit save. And now it gives me this little block of time here and I can start to add individual sessions. So let's go here and add a breakout session and we'll do humility and how I achieved it with Michael Scott. Now, if you remember from the example I showed you on the registration page, I had a breakout session that was already called that. So if you want to create that session in here that matches what people registered for, I can map these together. So we're going to say this is for everybody, but if you selected in the breakout sessions, humility and how I achieved it, it'll automatically add it to your schedule. So I'm going to choose that. So it'll be filtered to only people who saw that, and I'll also automatically add it. So what this means is that on the registration page, if I would have chosen that session, they will automatically be added to my schedule here. And so I can elaborate further on the details. I can add images and I can set capacities and all those good things. So we'll hit save. And so now I have that session in there and I can keep on building more sessions. So I can have a Dwight Schrute sales leadership session here. I'm going to leave all this stuff by itself and hit save. And so now you can see I'm just adding these different sessions in that block of time. And with this agenda builder, you can add anything in here. So we can add in our lunch breaks. So if our lunch break is at noon to 1, we can go ahead and add that in here as well. And so you can build your entire schedule for your event right in here. So I wanted to show you that schedule builder from scratch. Now let me do a little bit of cheating here, and I'm going to show you an example of one I've already configured for a very similar event. Okay, I am back, and here is a fully completed end-to-end example of a hypothetical event, DunderCon. And so here, my basic setup, we have our logo, we have our welcome screen here, we've got a great little video by Michael Scott, and we're also showing upcoming sessions. Over to the schedule here, I've got my whole schedule here as well, and it's also a multi-day event. So as you add sessions, multiple days will keep going through here. I'll dive deeper into one of these here in just a second. Under sponsors and exhibitors, you see I've got a list of some great sponsors here. We got Dunder Mifflin, we've got Schrute Farms, Vance Refrigeration, and so you can hit edit on these profiles and you can have these various controls, so logos and short descriptions, Facebook and Instagram handles, lead retrieval, links. We've got a whole bunch of things in there, so all that's really great. And our custom page here, as well as we have a location and map. So we have a Google Maps and also an exhibitor hall map in there, and those will display inside the app. So let me take you one more layer deep here on each one of these. So here is my opening session here. We've got our welcome. This all looks great. It's sponsored by Dunder Mifflin, and we have that there. And I also am automatically adding the welcome to everybody's personalized schedule. So that is great. Then we have a keynote session by Michael Scott. If I edit this, again, we have text, we've got an image, we got more sponsors from Dunder Mifflin. And then under the additional settings here, I also have that this has a related session by Michael Scott where he teaches the pyramids of success. So this is again where you can tie in multiple sessions together. Here's that block of time I showed earlier. This is for exhibitor demos. And so you could have exhibitor demos in here and start itemizing exactly which exhibitor is going to be showcased in that time. So you could choose Sabre here, you could give a title. And so this is a way to actually promote those exhibitors directly as part of your agenda and schedule. And all the same controls, from text and descriptions and times are all in here. We got our lunch breaks and we got more sessions. So you can see all these. We have the happy hour time. Again, in here, you can provide all the specifics for all of these items and you can have all the details to your heart's content. So hopefully all that makes sense there. And then let me take you through some of the sponsor and exhibitors. So here's a sponsor, Dunder Mifflin. And so if I want to add somebody to manage this profile, I can go here to editors and I can hit add editor and I can invite someone in here. And so they will get an email with a link to manage their profile either on the web or through the Attendee app. And so this is a way for you to invite all of your different partners to manage their account here and their visual presence. Or you can just manage it yourself for them. So if you want to do it directly, you can hit edit, you can manage their logos, you can have all the different details in here pre-filled out for them. We also have this section here called lead retrieval. And this is a way for your sponsors and exhibitors to have headings to attract people to engage with them, to consent to have their information be shared direct with them. So you can say, hit the button below and you'll be entered to win a year's worth of paper, some sort of incentive. And then there's a success message and then the button. What do you want the button for that kind of call out to be? So a lot of customization there for your sponsors. And as you hit save, then you get a little preview of what their profile will look like. And so here's that little lead retrieval. Hit the button and if someone says, yes, let's connect, they get a little success message. So that is how lead retrieval works without having to be directly with them. And I'll show you the scanning lead retrieval that's built into the app. But here you can see all of the custom description and text in here. So that is a sponsor. Let's go over to an exhibitor here. And it's very similar. So we've got the logo, we've got the type and the name, we have all this, but down here, we also have a section for more links. And so you can create outbound links in here and then also have videos. So I've got an embedded video here. I can keep adding more in here. So a little more additional options for those exhibitors. And when you hit save, we also have our little profile here. We get our video, get our links to join the beta. And then again, this is that lead retrieval. So connect with us below and you'll be entered in for a raffle. So again, this just simulates what that experience is like. And again, this is all possible inside the app as well. All right, so that is really how you can configure end-to-end. Let's show you now the attendee experience. So I'm gonna hit view published and I'm going to walk through this as an individual and I'm going to register myself. So let's go down here. I'll do an individual registration and then I'm going to complete my registration page and then I'll show you exactly what it looks like on the confirmation and what the Attendee app experience looks like. All right, so I am about ready to hit submit here and register for DunderCon. Hit submit, my card has been charged. I have my confirmation here and then I also have the call to action here to get the mobile event app. And so in here is this code, which I can download the app and enter this code, and it'll guide me through entering into the Attendee app itself. And so you can also, if you're on the web like I am right now, you actually as an attendee can go through and start building your profile now. And so what I can do is I can send myself a link and I can start managing my profile and building it all on the web first. So that's a great tool for anybody who wants to do some things ahead of the event and maybe they don't want to write out their bio on their phone, they can do it all from here. So that is exactly how that works. So yes, your attendees can build their profile online, but they also can do it from the app. So next I'm going to open up my phone. I'm going to share the screen from my phone. I'm going to walk you through the entire setup and experience from the attendee side to enter into your event app here now. All right, so I've downloaded the Engage app onto my iPhone here on the right-hand side. And so my email confirmation will automatically prompt me as an attendee to download the app and provide me direct links, but I want to show you the manual way to enter it. So looking over here, we have the app access code right there. And so if I wanted to start from this position, I can just enter in this code and this is going to then prompt me. It says, great, we got you, so go ahead and sign in. And it's going to send me to my inbox just to confirm my identity is truly me. So I'm going to go over to my inbox here and I'm going to go click my link. And here is my email. I can hit open event app. And now this is going to load. And here I am inside the attendee app. And so from here along the bottom, you can see I've got the home. I've got the scan, that's for the lead retrieval to network people. And I'm going to tap this My QR code. And this gives me my shareable QR code that anybody else, when they scan this QR code, will get my contact information. And this also will work if you print the QR codes on badges as well. But going here from the home screen, I can scroll down. We can see that there's sponsors here. I can go over to Schrute Farms. And so here's my little lead retrieval call to action, enter to win. Sounds good. And there we are. My contact information has been shared. I can go back to the home. I can browse some more exhibitors. I can look at Woof here as well. Similar profile. And here we've got some videos, so it's all nice and handy there. Let's go over to that hamburger menu on the top there, and let's go over to schedule. And here you can see that we have the upcoming schedule, but then we also have the My Schedule. So this is where people are going to build their personalized schedules. So remember how I automatically added the welcome session, so that is automatically inside my session here. I also had configured it so that I would automatically have this keynote here in as well. But if I want to build my own custom schedule, I can go through here and I can see which sessions I'm already attending. So if I want to go through here and look at maybe this Sales 101 session, I can hit View Details. I can get some information about it. I can browse it. And if I want to attend it, I just tap the Attend link here. So here we have that. And then I also can add this to my calendar as well. So this allows me to add it to my phone, which is a really handy feature there. So going back here, let's go again to schedule, and I can browse through the rest here and again build that personalized agenda. And anything I add to my schedule goes up into my personalized schedule here. And also we'll keep track of past events as well in there just for my own record keeping. As I go over here, I can go next to attendees, and this is going to show various attendees that are part of the event. And so I can browse through here. And let's go check out Chandler. And so I can see Chandler's here. I can see his information and details, and that's nice and easy to find people who are there. Going over to sponsors. Here under sponsors, we can see a whole directory list. We can go into the profiles if I want monster.com, and I can view my sponsor profiles here. Again, interact with them if I want. Last on here, let's go down to map and location. Here we have my Google Maps, my exhibitor map. Again, this is that custom page that I want. So let's say I'm an attendee and I want to now scan and network with other attendees. I can use that scan button on the very bottom here to now scan somebody else's app where they show the QR code. So this is me showing my QR code to other people in order to network with them, or I can hit that scan button. So let me pull up now a sample QR code from somebody who is also on site, and I'll show you how the networking works. So here on the left is Jim Halpert's QR code, and my app is on the right, and so I'm going to hit scan, and now I can scan Jim's contact, and you see right there, I have now successfully added Jim to my contact list. Now, what about a sponsor? So here's Vance Refrigeration. I can do the exact same thing, go down to hit the scan, and then my camera opens up, and there Vance Refrigeration has now been added to my list. So this is a really fast and great way for people to exchange information quickly and easily. And again, this works exactly the same way from scanning people's badges if you have the QR code there. Let me just show you a few last things here on the attendee side. So if I hit home, I can go up to profile here and I can edit my profile, and I can make any modifications up here if I want. I also can go and download saved vendors. I can download saved contacts, and I also can log out. So I'm going to log out here, and now let me show you what it looks like to be a vendor or a sponsor using the Attendee app and scanning other attendees. Okay, so let's look at what it looks like for a sponsor or an exhibitor to interact with the Attendee app. So here's my list of sponsors and exhibitors, and I can go over to Vance Refrigeration here, and I can invite people to edit their profile, but also interact inside the app as themselves. So I can welcome Bob Vance in here, and I'm going to just give a sudo invite to him. And so now Bob has got an email that is inviting him to now manage the profile. And so that is how you invite people in to manage that profile. I've kind of cheated and gone ahead and already completed the profile, but now Bob can now log into the Attendee app using the same kind of authorization workflow from his inbox and enter into the Attendee app as that exhibitor. So pulling up my phone here is my email. I have been invited. I'm going to hit complete company profile. This is going to launch the Attendee app. It's going to ask to verify that I'm really me. I'll hit send link, and now it's going to send me back to my inbox to click a link. My email's here. I'm going to hit open Attendee app, and now I am loading in as Bob Vance in Vance Refrigeration. So under my profile here, we can see my information is here, all of my contact information, my demo videos, that is all great. And so now as a vendor, I can now engage with people, I can view the schedule, I can view location details for the event, view everything that's important to me, but then also I can now engage with other people. So if I want to, as Bob for Vance Refrigeration, network with Jim, I can scan his QR code. So this is Jim on the left-hand side showing me his QR code. My app as the exhibitor is on the right. I'm going to tap the scan. This is opening up the camera, and there I have Jim's contact information saved. And then from a download perspective, I can download this lead list now. So I can go through the entire event as a sponsor, as an exhibitor, and I can make my different connections and relationships, and then I can download my entire lead list that contains all the personal information of everybody who I met, and I can do all of my follow-up there. So, and that works exactly the same way as a sponsor inside the Attendee app. So that is pretty much what I want to show you for this demo. We have a lot more enhancements coming to the Attendee app, but this gives you just a quick sneak peek at what it does and how it works and how it creates value for your app. So hopefully this has been helpful for you. We would love to hear from you. Give it a try. Reach out to our team. Let us know what we can improve, what we can add, and we would love to hear from you. Thanks for watching this demo. Hopefully this has been helpful, and I'll catch you on the next tutorial.